Hey everybody, it's Megan from the Silver Circle crew, and if you haven't already checked it out, visit silverunderground.com to check out our recently released 60-second trailer for everyone to learn a little bit more about the movie that's coming out. So I'm headed down to the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston today to check out the recent event that just started up this week called Occupy the Fed. As you all know, the Occupy Wall Street protests have been going on for almost a month now. So I'm going to go down and check out what seems to be maybe not a counter-protest, but an extension and or foundation of this Occupy Wall Street protest.
We're here in solidarity with the Occupy movement in order to focus on our common ground and build unity and coalition in order to tackle the necessary evils in our society, whether that's Bank of America, whether that's the Fed, whether or not we agree that it's the exact same thing or if it's a little bit different. We are here to make friends and to move forward as one group.
I'm here because I want to find common ground with the Occupy Boston people who agree with us on a lot of issues.
Who's us?
Us would be libertarians and other people who want to end the Fed. I mean, there are socialists among us too. But I want to educate a broad range of people, the whole 99% if I can, about the issue of the Federal Reserve, the way they're being robbed, and the way it facilitates the corporatism that most of them are here opposing.
Sometimes they're stuck on the slogan that, nope, it's the 1%, we gotta go for the corporations and we gotta end Bank of America, and I try to explain to them that we end Bank of America but don't end the system that lets them get that big and screw people over, then there's just gonna be another one that rises.
I am here to occupy the Boston Fed today.
I'm trying to educate people on the Federal Reserve.
We want to spread and share information about what it does, how it has no form of accountability, how they basically hand out backdoor deals and loans to financial institutions and billionaires and multimillionaires, and they don't make down sharing of that wealth down. So if Bank of America is a giant bailout, they're still charging us 30% interest on a credit card loan. How is that fair? We're giving them all this taxpayer money and they are shafting us for more.
So are you seeing a strong connection with the people that are here occupying Boston and the people that are here that want to occupy the Federal Reserve? Is everyone finding a really cool common ground to come together on?
Occupy this Federal Reserve?
Well, just the Federal Reserve in general. But sure, this bank as well would be included.
Well, it's certainly our money and they're not divulging how it's being used. So I think we should be able to get some answers.
How long have you been down here?
I've been down here since day one. Suffered through 5 days of pouring rain. It was demoralizing at first, and then as we garnered more support and the labor unions got involved, it just built and boosted our morale. And the numbers increase every day and the popularity increases every day. And everybody down here, it's a diverse crowd, but we all agree that there is something very, very wrong. And we all know that. Our solutions may differ, but we understand that there is a serious problem in our government and our socio-economic policies that are being bought by corporations and big banks. The top 1% are using their wealth and influence to create policy in our government that is just destroying people's lives and destroying people.
All right, so what are you doing down here today?
I'm just trying to show support. Just still learning and stuff, but I mean definitely listening to everybody, and it's a good cause for sure.
Yeah! Alright, so you're hanging out in the media tent at Occupy Boston.
I am. I think maybe my reason for being here is a little bit different than everybody else's. I'm a libertarian, and I desperately want to end the Federal Reserve and bring back Glass-Steagall and give the Dodd-Frank bill some teeth so that the investment banks aren't running rampant all over the people. And we have a little bit more freedom.
So is that idea resonating with the occupiers here?
It is. A lot of them aren't, they don't really know much about Glass-Steagall and, just some of these topics particularly.
Will you explain a little bit about that to people watching?
Glass-Steagall separates investment banks and deposit banks into two separate entities so that investment banks aren't using depositor money to, invest in risky financial products. We're not here to take away from anything that these people or we, I say these people, I mean all of us, we all are occupiers. We're not here to take away anything, we're only here to add.
how more can you protest than be camped out on the front lawn of the Federal Reserve in Boston? You know what I mean? The irony of it. And the other irony is that my grandfather's hands built this building. You know, my grandfather, I'm a third-generation union iron worker, and my grandfather worked on that building. I have pictures of him standing on the top, you know, when it was built, with an American flag, living the American dream. We get to come out here and we get to protest, and we get our point across and have our voice heard. You know, for a long time, our voices weren't heard. These are the people that you don't hear from. You know, we're not talking heads on TV, and I can't afford my own politician.
And what do you think about the Fed, little man?
In the Constitution, Santa Clara.